Hey guys, welcome to yet another Arty Wednesday. I'm Merrill. Today we're going to talk about abstract art. I didn't really know how to explain what abstract art is to you, so I looked up the internet and found a really nice definition. So, abstract art is also called modern art. So, it doesn't represent any images of our everyday world. It has color, lines, and shapes and different forms. But they're not intended to, or they're not meant to represent objects or living things. So you can say abstract art is a kind of art which you try and imagine something, and the idea of it is in your mind, not from anything you see on the outside world. It's just in your mind, and nobody else can have this thought about that particular thing. So the idea is in your mind, and then you're trying to take away the idea from your mind and put it on paper. So that's the kind of thing abstract art is. It's something that you are going to imagine, and it's coming from your imagination, and you're going to put it a painting or a sculpture or something like that. So I hope that helped you understand what abstract art is. Let's go make something now.
This is what I made, and these are the art supplies I used.
So this is a stretched canvas which has been fitted on a wooden frame. It came like that, and I'm gonna paint this. To begin with, I'm gonna use this tape. So let's begin. So spin out a bit, and I'm gonna start from here so that my sides also are covered, because I want the sides painted as well, not just the front. Paste this like that. And it's the first time I'm doing something like that, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm just gonna go for it and give it a try. Stick it up nicely. Break it off. This tape breaks off really easily. Just make sure you've pressed it down completely, so when you're painting, your paint doesn't get into the edges. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not, but I feel like if there's a gap, the paint that I'm using on the outside might seep into the side that I want white, and then I don't want that. Now I'm getting this. Yeah, I'll try and give accurate amount of space here and here to my best ability. Now remember, this is abstract painting, okay? So this is something which is in my mind to do. However, you may have a different idea. So go with whatever you feel like, okay? Experiment. Take it again. Try and be as neat as you can. Try not to stretch this tape too much. See, I'm trying my best to be as accurate as possible with the spacing. That's it. Gonna nicely bend it. Now to start with my paint, I'm gonna lay down a paper under this so I don't have paint on my floor. And I'm gonna begin with the black color. Okay, so let's go to my paintbrush. This is what I'm gonna use. You can pretty much use any paintbrush you'd like to use, but this is what I'm gonna use. And when I paint, wherever the black goes, I want this entire part to be black as well. But one of the sides, which is this side, I'm gonna leave white because I'm gonna tell you why in a bit. Okay, I'm just going to, and this is acrylic black paint. I'm just gonna, gonna do it very roughly. Just have a little paint and then spread it around. Let me keep this down, close up my paint tube and begin. Alright. Look at that, it's a beautiful color. I don't know if this is going to turn out the way I'm expecting it to, but I'm going to hope for the best. You see how I got this side as well? This is so that when I hang it on the wall, you can't see the white parts inside. It looks really neat. I'm going to hold it from the back so my hands don't get dirty against sides. Very easily painted. The tape is going to stop the paint from going on the other part of it. That's it. I'm going to keep it to dry now, gently. Let it dry up completely, okay? Okay, so this looks dry. Time to see if the experiment worked. I hope it did. Aha, not bad. So one tape out. This is exactly what we were looking for. So I'm very, very happy. See, we have to wait for it to dry, If it wasn't dry, you would get the paint smudging. Like, see here, it didn't dry out completely. I'm wondering whether I should wait a little longer. Oh. Now let's just go for it now. There we go. So it looks like a zebra, doesn't it? Yay! And that's it. You know what I'm going to do? I think it's still not completely dry, so I'm going to give it just a little while longer to dry out completely. And then we move on to our next step, which involves gold. Okay, so time to use the gold. Come on, open up my bottle. I want a very fat brush. I'm going to use a reasonable sized brush, not too fat, not too thin. Now first, I'm going to take a little and just paint this top gold. Okay, I don't want to paint the entire thing gold yet, and I'll show you why. Just going to do this part again for the same reason, because when I hang it up or place it on my table, I don't want it to look empty on the top part. You know what I mean? Now this is a different company of where I got the gold color. It's a different brand, I mean, that I'm using. I'm going to show you which brand that is. I'll show you the bottle. I got it off Amazon. Quite a long time ago, like really long time ago, probably 2 to 4 years ago. So I don't know if they'll still have it, but let me just check. See that? Made it quite full. I'm going to take a big blob and put here now. It's quite thick, almost like it's falling down. And that's what I want to do, like with the fine. Just make it look like it's falling. Doesn't mean I'm gonna make it any like too perfect. Some lines are going to be short, some lines are going to be long. That's how I want it. Like paint is falling over. Can you see that? Very pretty. At least I think it's pretty. This is what was in my head, but you can experiment with different colors and different textures, and you know, like I always say, don't do exactly what I'm doing. Try out different things. I want quite a thick texture on this part. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it like look like a texture. So if you can see, I hope if you can see, it's much thicker. It's not a smooth finish. I'm going to make it very thick, and it's going to take some time to dry up, but that's okay. I'm going to show you the finished result once it's done and how it looks. I have a few more things at home that my children have done actually. I'll show you a picture of that as well. I'm really liking this combination of gold, black and white. When I started thinking of what to do, I actually wanted to do blue, black, light grey and silver, and then something told me, oh, go look at your silver acrylic colors. I don't think you can use it because it might be dried out since you bought it a long time ago. And right enough, I opened the bottle and paint was completely dried out, and then I had to change the whole idea, and the only other color I had was gold and like a copper sort of color, which I didn't want to use. So look at that. This is what I want. So that's my abstract painting. I know this was a very short video, but I wanted to do something good to show you that even when you don't have that much time, you can, and you still feel like taking a short break and doing something just to unwind, you can do something that sort of can be done very quickly. Now, if you want, you can do like longer drips, but that's all I want. I don't want it longer. I'm gonna make it stand up to dry, and then I show you where I'm gonna put it. All right. So that's it, guys. This looks completely dry, and I'm really liking the finish of it. This is the first time I have tried something like that. If you're doing abstract art for the first time, try it out on simple paper first and then move on to investing in canvas. But if you're confident, go ahead. Now let's go and see how it looks on my table where I've decided to keep it. So this is my dining table, and I have a few pieces that I've kept here. This first one's by my daughter Naya. This one you just saw me do. And this third one is by my daughter Neemat. We're gonna see you soon next week. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you liked our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.